Hey, I'm Cody Buhler, Marketing Director for the Portage Terriers, and it's time for another edition of Terrier Tuesday. And today on the show, we've got goaltender Bailey Monteith. Bailey, first off, I always like to ask players to tell us a little bit about themselves. So tell us about your family and kind of where you're from.
Yeah, I'm from Kamloops, British Columbia. My mother's Carrie, my father's Ricardo, my grandma's Deborah, and I have 3 younger brothers. My oldest younger brother, he's 14, his name's Boston.
Okay.
He just switched to being a goalie this year too. And I have 2 other younger brothers, the twins are 6, their names are Oren and Andrew.
All right, and do they play hockey as well?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
I'm seeing if I can kind of push my dad into getting them into hockey, but no
Nice.
bueno, I think.
So have you always been from Kamloops?
Yeah, I have.
And so what do your parents do for work?
My mom's a correction officer and my dad is a firefighter.
Oh, all right, I've always been that?
Yep.
Nice. And so now, you said you've been playing in Kamloops, minor hockey. Did you play any other sports growing up?
I played a bit of baseball. I started pretty late. I think I started about 10, 12 years old.
Okay.
And I only played for 4 or 5 years, but I figure I was a lot better at baseball than I was hockey.
Really? So you made junior A hockey. Where do you think you could have gone baseball-wise? Or where did you all play?
I guess we'll never know. There was a time when I was 14 that I made a 16U Team Canada team, and that was a great honor. I was really excited for that. Went down to the Dominican Republic for that. We didn't do very well, but it was a great experience.
Yeah, no kidding. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And so now, for you coming to Manitoba, last year you playing for Verdun and then being traded to Portage. You played for a few different junior teams. What's it kind of like? What have you kind of picked up moving from city to city?
I think first and foremost, just love everywhere you go. I mean, there's great qualities in everywhere you go. I think too many times, I played on a lot of teams, you could call me a suitcase, I guess, and too many times guys that are kind of in my position maybe look at the negatives a little bit more so than the positives.
Yeah.
Everywhere I've been, I've loved it, and I've tried to make the most of it everywhere I go. Out in Manitoba, it's definitely a bit colder than back home, but the skies are amazing. There's never really a bad sky out here.
Fair enough. And so now you're living in Portage now. Tell us about your billets and who you're staying with.
Michael and Heather Jordan, I love them. They're awesome. They really helped make the transition seamless. Obviously, I was out to Manitoba last year, and it took me a bit to adjust. Less time to adjust this year, but there's still an adjustment period being traded in a new team in a new town, and just kind of becoming acclimated to everything, but they've really helped with that transition.
Nice. So tell us a bit about yourself. So away from the rink, we've seen you on the ice, great goaltender. Away from the rink, are you kind of casual, laid back, you telling jokes, you the guy who's spinning the music in the room? How would the other guys on the team describe you?
I'd say I definitely maybe can crack a couple one-liners sometimes.
Okay.
We'll take aux occasionally, not too much. I definitely like to keep things light though. Keep it light with everyone. No one's safe from a one-liner.
All right, fair enough. And so now, when you're just having a chance to relax, you play video games, are you reading? Do you read any books? Are you taking any courses or anything like that? Or are you more of just kind of hang out and relax while you're playing junior?
Yeah, hang out and relax for sure. I think that definitely helps too, kind of keep it light at the rink, and that kind of ties into my personality a bit. I like to play Xbox with my little brother, my 14-year-old brother from back home.
Yeah.
Obviously, being away for hockey 4 provinces away, I don't get to see him very much. So it's nice to have that little bit of time with him as well. And I like music as well. I'd say I'm a 80s and 90s guy.
So like when you say 80s and 90s, so like what are you saying? Are you saying like Michael Jackson, or are we talking like 90s Britney Spears?
Let's go with some Journey.
Okay.
Bryan Adams.
Yep. Gotta get CanCon in there.
Yep. Country as well.
Okay.
Big Chris Stapleton fan. My billet mom Heather and I are really into Chris Stapleton right now.
Nice, fair enough. And so now, movies, you watched any movies lately? Anyone that's jumped out to you?
I can't say I'm a big movie guy.
More TV show? There's kind of a debate. I'm more of a TV show guy than movie guy, but do you have one more than another?
I'd say I would be more of a TV show guy as well.
Okay, yeah.
Only on the long road trips though. I find if I'm sitting at home, maybe try and do something else, maybe play some cards on my billet brothers McCartney,
right?
And we'll get a 4-person game of sequence going at home.
Okay,
that can be pretty fun.
Nice.
Normally on the big road trips though, like Ocean and Swan, I'll crack open a TV show just depending on. Yeah, I'll watch anything.
Okay. Last question. Any plans after hockey? So obviously this is your final year of Junior A. Any plans after that?
I'm open to anything, whether that's continuing hockey. I'd like to maybe try and get a job in hockey if I wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Whether that was scouting or coaching, whatever. I'm open to anything.
Sounds good. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Bailey Monteith, goaltender for the Portage Terriers.